Good morning, future and fellow weirdos of the flock. How are you? Welcome to the party pen. Did you take your medicine? Look, the basketball guy says, "Hey, take your medicine." It's a good time. Yesterday, we left off Joshua and the vampires. They beat like 8 countries in one day. Well, 8 kingdoms in one day. They crushed them. Right? Like, it just battle after battle after battle after the battle after the battle in one day. Or that's what it says. He destroyed these people in one day. So, press like and subscribe if you want to hear more of this crazy ass story read by me, Nikki K the Great. Again, I will be reading you this wild ass story in a way you have never heard before. So come on in, leave your shoes on. Just leave your shoes on. Stop right here and grab you something, keep other people alive, Jews. And then come pack a bowl, grab a cigarette, and sit down, kick back, and relax. And let's smoke it, drink it, and read it. All right, chapter 11. Real quick, though, I forgot something. It said Joshua destroyed all these kingdoms in one day. But if you remember, they were talking about the book of Gettr, right? Something about the book of Gettr. That supposedly it was a prophecy for this time. And God didn't let the sun or the moon go down. So I guess technically it was one day, but it could be longer than that because God never let the sun go down until this was finished. So I do not know exactly how long this one day lasted. It could have been many days, but as far as we know, the sun never went down and it was counted as one day. Or so that's what it seems it says. Now hold on. You and me, we are going to chapter 11. All right, chapter 11. And it came to pass when Jabin, king of Hazor, heard of these things that he sent Jobab, king of Madon, and to the king of Shimron. Oh, hold on. It came to pass when Jabin, king of Hazor, heard those things that he sent to Jobab, the king of Madon, the king of Shimron, and the king of Akshif. Okay, so these are 3 different kings, but it doesn't give them names. Okay. And also to the kings that were on the north of the mountains and of the plains of Chinnaroth, some kind of Roth. And in the valley, and in the borders of Dur on the west, and to the Canaanite on the east and west, and the Amorite, Hittite in the mountains, and the Hivite under Hermon, and the land of Mizpah. But didn't he just kill all these kings? Listen, all these kings were just killed. And they went out, and they and all their hosts with them. So their gods went with them. Much people, even as the sand that is upon the seashore, in multitude, with horses and chariots, very many. And when all the kings were met together, they came, pitched together at the waters of Merom to fight against the vampires. And the Lord said to Joshua, don't worry. I know they look like a lot, but really, they're just like mincemeat, dude. Don't even worry. Look, I'm telling you. I'm saying, don't worry. I got you. Listen, best hype man ever. Listen, you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. It's gonna be fun. Right? God's like, destroy everything. Destroy everything. Right? It's like a Hatebreed song. Okay. So, for tomorrow at this time, I will deliver them into your hand. You shall hoe their horses. You shall hoe their horses and burn their chariots with fire. Are they killing the horses again? Why are you always killing the horses? Why do you kill the horse? Listen, what's going on here? Nobody knows. Nobody knows what's happening. Nobody knows. Listen, it's a whole thing. Okay. Should we look it up? Let's look it up. Because I want to know. Because David is also always killing horses too. Okay. Hough. Well, it doesn't give us a definition or a meaning. That's like, right? Oh. Hamstring. Oh my God, they are killing the horses. Oh, this is some shit, yo. Like, for real, why kill the horses? Okay. Then I hamstring them. Okay, so that means stop them. That means hurt them. But they're going to leave them there, so they probably just killed them. Like, you know what? I'm going to kill the horses. Okay. Hold on. Slain before Israel. And you shall hamstring their horses and burn their chariots with fire. So Joshua came and all the people of war with him against them by the waters of Merom, against them. Oh, suddenly, and they fell upon them. And the Lord delivered them into the hand of the vampires, who smote them and chased them unto great Zidon, and Misrephoth Maim, and unto the valley of Mizpah. And they smote them until they left none remaining. And Joshua did unto them as the Lord bade him. He fucked up their horses and their chariots. And Joshua at that time turned back and took Hazor and smote the king with the sword. For Hazor before time was the head of all those kingdoms. Oh, so this guy was the King of Kings. Listen, King of Kings, that's a real thing. And they smote all the souls that were there with the edge of the sword, utterly destroying them while singing Hatebreed. Destroy everything. Yeah, get them all. There was not any left to breathe, and he burnt Hazor with fire. Fire! The king is on fire! Yeah! That's fucked up! And all the city of those kings, and all the kings of them, Joshua took and smote and utterly destroyed. Just like Moses said, you're gonna do this shit, Joshua! He's the man. That's what Moses said, I heard him. But as for the cities that stood still in their strength, Israel burned none of them, save Hazor only. Joshua did burn. He did that shit! And all the spoil of these cities, and the cattle, and the children, took for a prey unto themselves, but every man they smote with the edge of the sword, until they had destroyed them. Neither left. Hold on. Okay. But every man they smote until they had destroyed them. Neither left any to breathe. So holy shit, as that run that was that so like? As the Lord had commanded Moses. So Moses commanded Joshua, and it was a giant game of telephone. Okay. Joshua left nothing undone that God commanded Moses. So Joshua took all the land, the hills, the south country, all of Goshen, and the valley and the plain and the mountain, and the valley, even from the Mount Halak that goes to Seir, even unto Bet-Alged, and the valley of Lebanon. Under Mount Hermon, all their kings he took and smote. He slew them. Joshua made war a long time with all these kings. there was not a city that made peace with the children of Israel, except for the Hivites, the inhabitants of Gibeon. Everyone else, they was like, fuck you, run them souls. Was that spirit like Pippin? Yeah, they did that. Okay. Gibeon. For it was the Lord to harden their hearts, that they would come against the vampires, that they should come against them in battle, that he might destroy them utterly, and that they might have no favor, but that he might destroy them, as the Lord had commanded Moses. And at that time Joshua came and cut off the Anakims from the mountains of Hebron, Debur, Anab, from all the mountains of Judah, and from the mountains of Israel. Joshua destroyed them utterly with their cities. There was none of the Anakims left in the land of the vampires. Only in Gaza, Gath, and Ashdod there remained. So Joshua took the whole land according to all that the Lord said to Moses. And Joshua gave it for an inheritance to the vampires, according to their divisions, their tribes. And the land rested from war. We're going to pause right here. We're going to check our cats, water our plants, grab a refill, repack the bowl, and roll a cigarette and smoke it. We will be, I think. All right, we'll be right back. Hey, you're still here. Go down there and press the like button. And also press the subscribe button, because I promise, man, it only gets better from here. Well, mostly gets better from here. I think we're coming to the part where it's about to be a shit ton of logistics again that I'm going to have such a hard time. But right now, we're at the good shit. Now, Joshua was old and stricken in years, and the Lord said to him, you're old, and you're old. You're old as fuck, dude. And there is very, very much more land to be possessed. Like, I know you're old and shit, and everything is like gravy. Right, yeah, but we gotta go fight. Listen, I'm bored as fuck, dude. And do you see, look, there's so many giants. We have to get rid of them. Yeah. There's a lot of giants. There's giants from this place and giants from that place. They came and they're here and they were the first people, and we gotta do something about them. So I'm gonna tell you. This is the land that remains. All the borders of the Philistines. All the Gershurai, from Seir, which is before Egypt, unto the borders of Ekron onward, which is counted to the Canaanite. 5 lords of the Philistines, the Gazathites, and the Ashtathites, the Ashkelonites, the Gittites, the Ekronites, the Avites from the south, all the land of the Canaanites, and Murrah, that is beside the Sidonians, unto Aphek, to the borders of the Amorites, and the land of the Gibeonites, all of Lebanon onward, the sun rising from Baalgad under Mount Hermon, unto the entering into Hazemath. All the inhabitants of the hill country, from Lebanon to Misrephoth Maim, all the Sidonians, them will I drive out from before the vampires. Only divide it by lot to the vampires for an inheritance. Now, therefore, divide this land into 9 tribes and half of Manasseh, with whom the Reubenites, Gadites have received their inheritance, which Moses gave them beyond the Jordan eastward, even as Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave them. From Ar, that is beyond the bank of the river, upon the bank of the river Arnon, and the city that is in the midst of the river. So the island. There's an island. I didn't know there was an island. What the fuck? I don't know what the fuck just happened. They possess their land. Oh shit. Okay. Never mind. Oh my god. Okay. Listen. Okay. So, wow. Okay. Something happened. This is chapter 13, by the way. I don't know what the fuck happened. Okay. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Okay, so there's an island. Okay. And all the plain until Medeba, unto Dibon, and all the cities of Sion, king of the Amorites, which reigned in Heshbon, unto the borders of the children of Ammon, and Gilead, and the border of the Geshurites, and Maacah, Anathothite, and all Mount Hermon, and Bashan unto Socha. All the kingdom of Og and Bashan, which reigned in Ashtaroth, and Edrei, who remained the remnant of the giants. For these Moses did smite and cast them out. Nevertheless, the vampires did not expel the Geshurites or the Maacathites, but the Geshurites and the Maacathites dwell among the Israelites to this day. Only unto the tribe of Levi he gave no inheritance. The sacrifices of the vampires to God made by fire is their inheritance. And Moses gave to the children of Reuben inheritance according to their families. Okay. Their coast was from Aroer, that is on the bank of the river Arnon, and the city that is in the midst of the river, and all the plain of Medeba. I thought he gave this to the other one. Okay. So is this repeating this again? No, okay. And the city that is in the midst of the river, and all the plain by Medeba. Heshbon, all her cities that are in the plain, Dibon and Baal-moth, Baal, Beth Baal, Meon-moth, Baal, and Beth Baal, Beth Baal Meon, and Jahazah, and Kedemoth, and Mephaath, and Kirijathaim, Sibomah, Zarath, Shehar, and the mount of the valley, and Beth Peor, and Ashdod-Pictah, Beth Jeshimoth, and all the cities of the plain, all the kingdoms of Sihon, king of the Amorites, who reigned in Heshbon, which Moses smote with the princes of Midian, Evi, Rechem, Zur, Hur, Reba, which were dukes of Sihon, dwelling in the country. Balaam, the son of Beor, the soothsayer, did the children of Israel slay with the sword among them that were slain by them. I thought he was already killed, though. They killed him. And they shouldn't have. He's the only reason you're alive, you silly son of a bitch. Oh, he's the only reason you're alive. Why'd you kill him? See, that's why I don't like these people. Okay. And the border of the children of Reuben was Jordan, and the border thereof. This was the inheritance of the children of Reuben, after their families, the cities and the villages. And Moses gave inheritance unto the tribe of Gad, according to their families. Their coast was Gettr, the cities of Gilead, half the land of the children of Ammon, unto Aroer. That is before Reba. And from Heshbon to Ramah Mizpeh and Betonim, and from Mahanaim unto the border of Debir, and the valley, Betharam, and Beth Nimrah, and Succoth, Zaphon, the rest of Heshbon, Jordan and his border, even unto the edge of the sea. Okay. Even unto the edge of the sea, Chinnereth, on the other side of the Jordan eastward. This is the inheritance of Gad by their villages. And Moses gave unto the half of the tribe of Manasseh. And this was the possession of the half of the Manasseh. Their coast was from Mahanaim, Bashan, all of Bashan, all the kingdom of Og, and all the towns of Jair, which are in Bashan, 60 cities, half of Gilead and Ashtaroth, Edrei, and Edrei, the kingdom of Og and Bashan, were pertaining to the children of Machir, the son of Manasseh, even to the one half by their families. These are the country which Moses did tribute for the inheritance in the plains of Moab, on the other side of the Jordan by Jericho. But unto the tribe of Levi, Moses didn't give shit. The Lord God of Israel was their inheritance, as he had said to them. Oh, look, I did a good job. We did 3 chapters. 11 through 13. Now I'm not going to be even. I'm going to not be even now. I don't know what to do. Well, I guess. 15 is kind of long, so we might only do 1 chapter tomorrow. But anyway, thank you for watching. I got something to say. These Mormons are losing their fucking minds. Mormons are going crazy. And also just Bible people in general are going nuts. So here's the thing. I'm doing the Bible thing, right? But if I ever tell you about how to raise your kids, do not fucking listen to me. I am the worst mom on the planet. And I can probably prove it. No, I'm not the worst mom, but I'm probably the most inappropriate. I always say all sorts of wild shit to my kids. I mean, not abusive, just embarrassing. Don't ever take parenting advice from me. And if I start talking crazy wild about my kids, other than they're fucking assholes, because they're fucking assholes, But if I start saying like super negative things and getting on here and talking shit about my kids, there's something wrong with me and I'm being possessed by the Bible. I'm not a cult. Somebody called me a cult. Cults kill people. And then everybody I've said that to is like, nah, cults don't kill people. Somebody always ends up dead. I don't give a shit. They might not be dead right at first, but somebody always ends up dead. And I'm not afraid of jail. Actually, jail is probably my favorite place on the planet. But I'm not looking to go there for no fucking murdering bullshit. Are you kidding me? And I'm way too alone to want to try to kill somebody. Like right now, there is nobody here. I am alone. I'm not supposed to be, but I am. I'm sitting here by myself. I gotta do laundry. That basket is still sitting there. But my back hurts. Oh my god. I broke my back twerking. It was terrible. It's like a thing. Anyway. Back to. And if I start acting like a goody two shoes, like I don't want to cuss and that shit offends me, you know I'm a motherfucking lie. There's something wrong and somebody should get a hold of Dustin. Like on some real shit. And Dustin doesn't follow any of my social medias, so I don't know how you're going to get a hold of him. But don't worry, I have a bad habit of telling on myself. Like a real bad habit of telling on myself. You know, I'm the reason I went to prison. Swear to God. I told the judge, I need to go to prison. And he said, what? I said, well, I need to get an education. I mean, like, doing drugs and, like, being a rock star, that's fucking awesome, Judge Sir. But I need to go to jail. If you let me out, I'm coming back. So just put me in jail. I need to get an education. I need to get my GED. Like, yeah, you can give me 6 months in the county, but I'm coming back. So just let me go to state prison so I can get a GED. I need an education. Yup, that's how I got prison time. I talked myself into prison. Nicely. It was a smile. It was great. But anyway, back to the point. If I change, and I become a goody two shoes, and people around me start missing, call somebody. Call somebody for real. Because, like, I am really scared. Like, I love the fucking Bible, though. Look, this is my favorite story. Like, and I don't love the Bible because, you know, religion. I love the Bible because this fucking story is amazing. But I don't want to have to quit reading it because I'm scared other people are possessed by God. And I was insane before I read the Bible. Just so everybody knows. I was insane before the Bible. As a matter of fact, before my brain surgery, I was a bazillion times worse. But after I got put in a coma, it turns out that that thing that was making me psychotic was a giant ass blood clot in the back of my brain. Yeah. And they cut that out, and I'm not as insane. Unpredictable is the word. Unpredictable. But I was that way before I read the Bible. I think I've toned down a lot since my brain surgery. But who I am right now, if this changes, if I quit cussing or quit listening to metal music or, you know, any of that kind of shit, there is something wrong. Get a hold of somebody that knows me and tell them something's wrong with Nikki K the Great. Something is very, very wrong. I just want to say that because these Mormons are freaking me out. Like, I know my kids are fuckwads. I'm a fuckwad. Their dad is a fuckwad. But my kids are actually, they are way different than me. They look exactly like me, all three of them. But they are totally different than me. They're not the same. So, like, they're not gonna go to hell, and I'm not worried if they go to hell. Hell is for certain type people. Hell is for a certain type of people. And I just, like, I know my kids are bad. They're not really bad. They're just assholes. And I know also Dustin is an asshole. And he might actually go to hell because he's looking forward to it. So I'm not gonna kill them because Dust Bibley says to. I would have a long time ago. But I'm an extremely lonely person. And I would be so lonely without them. I wouldn't have nobody to talk to. Oh my God, I'd die. But anyway, I am really worried about these cult and Bible things. So, I don't know. I think I'm going to have a discussion with Will here in a little bit about if I'm a cult or not. Because it's bothering me. But anyway, thank you for watching. I love you and have the greatest day ever. Keep your head down, your nose clean, your shoes tied. Don't get ready. Stay ready. Love you. Bye.